Hello, hello, and welcome back. Uh, Sneaky Sunday Hitman. My connection was freaking out at me. At the last and worst possible second there. I was a little worried, but it appears to be working right now. It is good to be back for this the final mission. Um, Yeah, it's interesting. There might not end up being streams on Sneaky Sunday after this. I might stick my head down and start working on the backlog of clips that I have ideas for and start uploading them in the slot instead. We will see, but we are at the last mission. We are at the conclusion to the story. That might mean I don't end up touching the game for a while. I don't know. So it's a little solemn because I have been having fun with Hitman. Um, but all stories have their endings. I might end up messing around with it on future streams. I have some potential ideas of what I could do in future, but who knows? For now, we venture into the Carpathian Mountains, into Romania, and see how on earth 47 gets out of the pickle he found himself in last time. So, let us begin. Right. Planning. Briefing. Confront the new power behind Providence. Okay. Planning. Okay. Available. Play. Right. This is all very spooky.
Are you still here? Still clinging on to your self-image? Agent 47, the apex predator.
Okay, I have control. Ooh. Oh.
Always hiding behind the headlines. Was perfection its own justification? Or a willful distraction? A wall built contract by contract to shield you from the uncomfortable truth. You're exactly the tool they bred you to be.
Ah.
Quite a piece of work you are.
Oof.
How could you possibly function on your own? You never even had a name. Until I gave you one.
That's him. Burnwood never ceases to surprise me. You really are a most singular individual. And to think she wanted me to put you down. Lucky for you, I never throw away anything useful. Prepare the serum. Forgetting's not so bad. You've done it before.
What's he doing? Is he still looking at us?
I'm afraid so. Poor Sap just won't accept his days are done.
Perhaps I should take him out to the woods and set him free.
Oh, it's a classic.
He was a loyal tool. But everything goes the way of the horse and cart eventually.
I couldn't agree more.
Are you done? The toxins are playing into your fears. Don't let them.
6.
Come on. Gotta get your head straight.
It's been a minute. Oh, jeez.
She wants me dead.
She has every right to after what we did. But that's not what is really going on.
She chose power. In the end, she was just like them.
No. She found a way to turn Edward's own cleverness against him. The rest is up to you.
I don't know how.
You do know. Once you dispose of Edwards, I will dismantle Providence from the top down. It will finally be over. All you have to do is embrace the past.
Man, you really gotta make me hit the button, don't you? Okay. Right. Eliminate Arthur Edwards. And Providence members may be eliminated. Okay. Right. Okay, key card. Anything else? Nope. Okay.
We need to find a catchy name for it. For when we go commercial, I mean.
Figure this thing has commercial applications? Who'd want to have their minds wiped?
Not white, obviously. But that's just
Okay.
fine-tuning.
Examine.
Right now, the serum erases long...
Ether serum. Technical report on Ether's new memory repressing neural inhibitor serum. The formula is reverse engineered and enhanced by a much older prototype created at the Institute for Human Betterment in Romania in the 80s. An antidote produced at Ether's R&D site in Johannesburg was stolen by Lucas Gray during his assault on the facility in order to unlock 47's hidden memories. In its current version, the serum is a blunt instrument, completely erasing both long and short-term memory banks. The research team is confident that in just a few cycles they will be able to target individual memories with massive commercial potential.
Short-term memory banks wholesale. But in a couple of cycles, we'll be able to isolate the effects to individual memories. Imagine if you could pluck out childhood traumas, ugly breakups, combat trauma. You guys should be over the moon.
What are you talking about? I love waking up in a cold sweat with a scream stuck in my throat. So, what would you call it then? The catchy, awkward counter.
What was it? Was it 87? In the 1980s, it doesn't say the specific year. Oh, hang on. 1979. One, 9, 7, 9. Idiots. Okay. Okay. Dead end. Or is it? Ah. Right. Just casually walking on a ledge on the side of a train. Ice. Okay. Box. Handy. Wonderful. Gun. Key. Whoop. Okay. Ah. Bit calmer inside. Place valve. That almost got me whacked by a signal. Okay. Ooh. Bicycle. Handy. Providence members may be eliminated, it says. God, it is cold out here. Okay. Okay. Okay, one of these guys. Oh. There's a guy in this carriage that is a noticer. Ah, and the door is locked. Hang on. Oh. Screwdriver. I could just keep going over the top. Ah, no I can't. Okay. Okay. Screwdriver. can't unlock. Oh, ha. Okay. They'd all see me, wouldn't they? Oh, no. They do not care.
Corporation bought this train for sample backup. But since the bombing at their R&D site in Johannesburg, they're refitting the cars as a mobile field lab.
Huh. So what did the Russians use it for back in the day?
The way I hear
Oh, okay, can't use that side either, so I do have to go to the main side.
at one point, it appears to have been the HQ of Janus, the Cold War spy master. Well, apparently his crest was on the front car before Ether painted everything over it.
Well, that's the way it goes, isn't it? National past, corporate future. What?
Okay, it's fine. Okay, that's a noticer. It's not great. Okay. Potential problem.
Hey, security guy. Hold on
Shit.
just a minute.
Okay.
Shit.
Okay. This is fine. Oh, that was the wrong button. And past window. That's better. Okay. Right. Anything useful? Anything at all? Ooh! Interesting. Ooh, locked from the other side. You are looking out the window right now. Let's move. Okay. And now you're back to the window. And through. Ooh, you know who I am. great annoyance.
Did good today, sir.
Okay. Out. Okay. And can't get past until you're out of the way, can I? Well, that's a shame. Oh, okay. Nobody noticed that. Ah, shucks. Aha. Okay.
Where are we supposed to be exactly? Ukraine? It all looks the same through the blizzard.
Nah, somewhere in Romania. We're on a loop from Zagreb to Irkutsk.
Isn't that risky? What about border inspections?
We use a system of decommissioned rail lines to pay the local government. It's been
Huh.
like that since the Cold War.
Okay. Ooh. Soap. Can probably throw that at people. But I might not need to. Yeah. This is the way. Whoop. G'day. Ooh. Don't mind if I do. You're a noticer, but you are looking in the other direction, so I will just...
Hey. Yeah, hey. Oh, can you grab me a soda or something from the fridge? Just whenever you're heading back.
Okay, okay. Yeah, noticers in here. Up I go. No I don't. Okay. Only one of you is a noticer. Are acceptable casualties. Okay.
Hold on a second, Rambo. Don't move a muscle, buddy.
Okay.
Hey, psycho!
Right, okay. Can I throw you guys out the window? can't. That's fine. I don't think anyone's gonna exactly come through here. Ooh. Frag grenade. Interesting. Okay, locked from the other side. But I can climb up. That's fine. Okay, now this would be a flashbang, wouldn't it? Okay, now... Okay.
It's ridiculous, if you ask me.
Sure. Everyone's very impressed. I get it. If you want some kind of elaborately planned calamity or a convenient heart attack, sure, he's your man. But how does he manage in a brawl? I'm willing to bet this guy doesn't hold a candle.
Ooh,
Sneaking around.
another frag grenade. Okay. There's a noticer here. There's a couple. That guy is standing right at the edge. Okay. Okay. You guys don't seem to care. Right. Ah, crowbar. Box.
Hold up a second, Private.
What? Okay, that wasn't a full knockout. Commando leader, I would definitely be recognized as that. Ooh, documents. Train historical report, a research report by Aether's acquisitions manager on the history of the train, nicknamed the Mortar after the Baba Yaga's favorite means of transportation. The train was originally a KGB black site commissioned by legendary 6th column spymaster Janus. Over the years, it was used as a top-secret data archive and mobile prisoner interrogation facility. The train runs on a perpetual loop from Zagreb in the west to Irkutsk in the east, cutting across vast, uninhabited stretches of Russia, Kazakhstan, Romania, and Mongolia, using a system of decommissioned rail lines. After the fall of the Soviet Union, the train was stationed near Volgograd until it was purchased by the Ether Corporation as a sample backup storage facility. Following the bombing of Ether's R&D site in Johannesburg, they began refitting the train as a mobile field lab. Excellent. Screwdriver, crowbar, claw hammer. Ooh. Box? flash grenade. Right. There's exactly one noticer, and he appears to just be looking off of the train. Ooh. No, I do not. Sorry. Okay. Okay. Whoop. Ooh. That was sooner than I expected. Office staff. Close the door. Okay. Drop that. Illegal, but as long as I don't still have a shotgun on my back, that's fine. Okay, have the silence one handy but stowed. No noticers. Okay. Still no noticers. Oop. Still no noticers. Still all fine. Door. Oh! Hello? Goodbye, rest of train! Right. And there is Edwards. Hello.
I don't suppose there's any point calling for help.
Not really.
No.
Seems I brought this on myself. Well played, Miss Burnwood. Do you really think she'll be able to resist all that power? This is not how people work.
She rejects the power, not the responsibility.
A noble idea. But please join me in the real world. I trust you already know what this is. Why not simply take it? Embrace who you were always meant to be.
No, never again.
Well, I had to try. Go on then. Do your thing. At least I die knowing who I am.
Now this is interesting. I can pick it up. But knowing who you are, huh? Sorry about that.
What are you doing? No! No!
This is what it means to lose everything.
You're making a mistake.
It's mine to make.
Oh. Forgive me. I seem to have, what were we talking about?
Don't worry. We were done.
Interesting. So we did eliminate him, from a certain point of view. Man, at 47, that is gonna be a long walk. A long, long walk in the cold. Nightmare fuel. Well, that's fitting.
String of resignations at the top level of international finance continues as Milton Fitzpatrick CEO Alexander Bannon joins the president of Tansy Taylor, while new founder Tim Crane and several others step down.
Interesting. Very interesting. 1 year later.
It's been a long time, Agent 47.
That's not who I am anymore. The pact is done. The past. Dead.
And yet, here you are.
Here I am. A little cabin in the middle of nowhere.
I choose this path because I can. There will always be people like them. So there will always be people like us.
No one is untouchable.
It's good to be back.
Oh, and we get credits. Man. I am going to sit and watch this because it is truly stunning how many people have to get together to work on a game like this. And honestly, they've done a fantastic job of it. Even if I don't have the time at the speed scrolling to read all the names, it is... I will stay here and appreciate what they've done, because it was quite the experience. Though I do wish the music wasn't quite so subtle here. It does lend to a slight level of awkwardness. But that's alright. Some calm after the storm, although I could have made that way more intense than I did. The voice cast, though, I really do appreciate. There's so many lines, a lot of which I probably didn't end up hearing. Live support. Interesting. We even credit the lawyers. On the freelancer mode, I might want to check that out a little bit. I mean, it is, we are a little short on time. I almost want to hop into freelancer mode and try out a freelance mission, or even just see the hub, because I don't know much about freelancer mode, but I've seen snippets and it seems interesting. Ah yes, the 7 Deadly Sins missions. I think I wound up having to get those to get the last two story missions in the Hitman 2 bit, because of how things were bundled. Whether I do those on stream or not, I'm not sure. Maybe I could map them to relevant holidays. Unless, of course, it makes you complete them in a certain order, then that might screw with things, but... good grief, that's a lot of names. Special thanks. Boom Library, that's probably a sound effects library. And of course a bunch of people in the community. Of course. Production babies, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, that's quite a lot. External partners. Interesting. They got some help from other studios for other sections. Mocap, yes. There must have been quite a bit of mocap. Foley folks, yes. Gotta appreciate them. All of the wonderful sound effects in this game really help keep you immersed. I will never appreciate the sound team enough. Yes, and they've localized the game into a lot of language as well. QLOC SA, I don't know. So that's, looks like the QA team, which is also important. They help bash out all the bugs by finding them. Really gotta appreciate that. Otherwise the thing would be a buggy mess. Although I did run into a few. There will be a clip about one of those times coming pretty soon. I'm not sure what order I'm gonna do all the clips in, but yeah, I did run into a bug in Mumbai. Someone not giving me dialogue when they should have, which was a pain. But other than that, and the odd strange button prompt problems I had here, very solid. Very solid. Mega scans, Spectral Motion. Nvidia gets credit. Of course, because of all the... It looks pretty good on my machine considering its specs, because it's got an Nvidia card in it. Right. used a bit of open source code by the looks. They even credit the fonts they used, which is good. Oh. And are we looping back to the start for Hitman 2? Of course. Because they're all separate games. Okay, I'm gonna be sitting here for ages if I see all of it. It almost feels rude not to, but like, I guess sitting here for as long as I will be is just a testament to the sheer amount of people, because I'm sure there's a lot of repeats on this list, because, you know, IOI worked on all 3 games over the course of several years. The first one came out in 2016, and and Hitman 3 came out, what, last year? Was it really that recent? Feels like it's been longer, but all the copyright notices in the bottom said 2023. Must have been pretty early last year if it was last year, because it feels like it's been around a while. Yeah, they've been working on these games for 8 years. Like, and I say 8 years because, you know, we had an elusive target recently, right? They're still working on these. They're still dedicated. The servers are still online. I hope they stay online for a long time. Because it is quite the good game. I expect it'll remain popular for many years to come. Lots of voice actors with multiple roles. The Washingtons makes sense, just to have one. And I'm seeing a few repeats in here as well. Programmers. So many programmers. Source of Grandor, Embrace of the Serpent. Moral support. Moral support. Interesting. Special thanks. Slum Gods Tours and Travel. They must have done research trips, which makes an awful lot of sense. The varied locations around the world. Those must have been quite the experiences, those research trips. Just getting the opportunity to travel to such diverse locales, even though if you've got a job to do, it must have been fun. Like, I'm the sort of person that thinks travel is inherently fun. God, am I gonna be sitting here longer than I was actually playing it? Warner Brothers Interactive helped with Hitman 2. That's interesting. Maybe that's why Hitman 2 didn't have full animation or cutscenes. Maybe the folks at Warner Brothers were trying to cut costs, but that's all alleged, of course. Digital product management, user research. Okay. Must have looked at the people who played the first game and maybe asked questions, sent out surveys. Lots of work goes into this stuff, you know? It is is fascinating. Any media property, there's just so much work behind the scenes. And I've only had tastes of it, and not in games specifically. But it is one heck of a beast to wrangle. I mean, look at all these names. Every single person on here is an individual person with their own life that someone had to wrangle, that has some sort of passion for their very specific field, and every single one, their name's on here for a reason. And I just think that's really cool. Which is why I'm still sitting here blethering, instead of hitting enter, which I could very, very easily do. They're even crediting customer service, my goodness. I mean, as well they should. One guy from this company contributed. That's interesting. They just was like one guy helped out, but every single person helped out. That's a lot of QA testers. My goodness. Lots of Polish names. I'm noticing must have been a Polish outfit. Did QA. Casting director. Ah, so they coordinated all the voice acting by the looks. These two companies in tandem, I suspect. Localizations. Again, it's very important to be able to have folks all over be able to play. Cal Batman. I wonder how he got that nickname. Again, loads of people with their own little lives. It's just incredible. Just incredible. Oh! I think that's the loop. And now I get the... Here we go. Shorter list of things. Got quite a few of them. 15,000 XP. 3 stars. Ascender. I was watching the credits for so long. Okay. I get the homemade silenced pistol as gear. Starting location. Outdoors. Traversed a hostile environment. Has entered cover from the howling winds. Lab. So I can skip all the prologues. Log stuff. ICA 19 Gold Baller. Ooh, it's got the steady aim and the suppressor on it. That is nice. Alright. Alright, exit the menu. I might have a quick little peep into Freelancer. Just to see what it's about. Freelancer Safe House. How to play. How does Freelancer work?
Hi, welcome to the new game mode, Hitman 3 Freelancer.
Ah,
In this new roguelike game mode, you once again take on the role of Agent 47, the world's deadliest assassin.
Roguelike, you say?
As a freelancer, you must take on various crime syndicates to keep the world in balance. Gain new items,
Interesting.
mercers, and mastery to become the ultimate freelancer. We are bringing a lot of new things with this game mode, and one of them is your brand new safe house, which functions as your hub for planning your missions or just taking a breather in between gigs. Welcome to
Interesting.
Freelancer.
Okay.
A successful run in Freelancer consists of taking down 4 crime syndicate leaders of your choosing. Pick the syndicate you wish to go after. As you
Okay.
identify and take down their lower members one after the other, you end up forcing their leader out of hiding, giving you a one-time opportunity to eliminate them in a showdown. What that is, we'll get to a bit later.
One-time opportunity.
This is your campaign progress. And as you can see, we need to take on 2 contracts to get to our first showdown and eliminate our first syndicate. Each syndicate has a syndicate type attached to it, and each syndicate type rewards different playstyles with unique challenges for you to complete for extra payout, so choose wisely. Let's pick the Investor as our first target. Your run will increase in difficulty after each completed showdown. Be careful, because as mentioned,
Increase in
Freelancer is a roguelike game mode.
Roguelike
So,
game
if you fail a mission, you lose all the weapons and items you brought with you and half of your hard-earned mercers. But the campaign won't fail. All territories will, however, though, become alerted and they'll know that you are coming. But if you fail a showdown, you do not only lose your equipped weapons, items, and half of your mercers, you also fail the current campaign and have to start all over from scratch.
Right. Okay.
Each completed mission grants you XP for your overall mastery. And if you do the optional payout objectives, you'll also get mercers. Mercers are the in-game currency used to purchase new weapons and freelancer tools. The harder it is, the more mercers you
Okay.
get.
Weapons, freelancer tools.
This is your center of operations. This is where you plan your missions, test your guns, choose your starting disguises, and more. But as you can see, it's pretty barren right now. But over time, this will become a worthy place for Agent 47 to prepare. But we don't have that much right now. But luckily, we got our old faithful ICA 19 Classic Baller. It's not much, but it'll get the job done. Weapons can be purchased from suppliers and found on locations. If there's a rarity attached to a weapon, you can bring it back and place it on your gun rack and use it for future contracts.
Okay. So we
Now,
don't...
let's go on our first mission so that we can corner the leader and get to our first showdown.
Okay.
Welcome to Sapienza.
Every time you start in Freelancer, you start at a random starting location. Sometimes that's completely safe. At other times, just like now, deep in hostile territory.
Right.
When you look at the map in Freelancer, you'll notice many new markers.
Ooh,
Here, we
okay.
have couriers, suppliers, and safes. Couriers have mercers on them, and suppliers got some cool new weapons and freelancer tools that you can purchase. And safes can also be worth a visit, if you can crack them, that is.
Okay.
Before we go to visit a supplier, let's find a courier to get some
Courier.
economy up and running. Now we got some mercers, let's visit the supplier. In Freelancer, suppliers can be located multiple places on each location, each with unique items for you to purchase. If you got the mercers, they're quite worth a visit. We got enough mercers for a remote Semtex block. Let's get that. It might be useful down the line.
You need more? You know where I am.
It's time to find our target. Luckily, we know our way around. So, it's time to do the thing we do best.
Right.
First mission is done, and we even completed some of our optional payout objectives.
Payout
Let's go back to our
objectives,
safe house
okay.
and prepare for our next mission. When we complete a mission, as mentioned, carried gear with rarity is brought back to the safe house with us. You can drop the gear to place it in storage or keep it in your inventory and bring it with you on your next mission. We've now gained some mastery. Mastery will over time unlock things like the upper levels of our safe house, new interior, a wardrobe for us to change our starting disguises, a shooting range, and more. With Mastery, you can customize various parts of your safe house to match how you think Agent 47 should live.
Oh,
The more
okay.
mastery you get, the more will unlock in and around your safe house. Going on a mission without any items can be tough. But after you complete your first mission, you'll unlock the supply crate.
Supply crate.
It will provide you with 3 randomized items and you can pick one of them. Keep an eye on your optional payout objectives for your current contract. One of these items might help you achieve them. Now, let's take on our next mission so that we can get to our first showdown.
Okay, so it uses the same levels.
We've now unlocked our first showdown. We have now cornered the syndicate leader, the investor, and they're located in Dartmoor. Before we go there to find them, let's use our newly unlocked intel wall. This explains who our common target is. Study it. It will only benefit you on what's to come. In this case, we know the investor's agenda, tells, and looks. This makes it way easier for us to locate the real target. There are many lookalikes and other dangers lurking in a showdown, so we must be careful. And the further we are in our campaign, the harder it gets. But this first one should be manageable for a skilled freelancer like us. In showdowns, you must identify and eliminate the syndicate leader, in this case, the investor. You got the intel, so it's up to you to locate the syndicate member. You must find suspects and compare their appearances and behaviors against your available intel. Then, take out your mark when you're confident of their identity. Remember to visit a supplier and use some of your hard-earned mercers. Some of their items might come in handy.
Need anything?
In your inventory, you will also find your new suspect camera. Use this to tag suspects in order to narrow down the search for the syndicate leader. Okay, here's one of the suspects. First up, this dude smokes and does not fit our mark.
Right.
I'll mark them as a non-suspect. Second suspect reads too much. That does not fit our intel. They're not the one. We just got alerted that there are assassins nearby, so we have to be extra careful. Assassins hiding in plain sight and protecting the suspects. But FYI, they don't always protect your target, but they hit hard, so you want to stay clear of them. Narrowing down the search, we finally found the main suspect. This is the investor. Okay, let's take him out while the coast is clear. We made it! Now, let's locate the exit and get back to our safe house. Our first showdown was successful, and we now eliminated our first syndicate leader. We got new items, weapons we can place on the gun rack, and a new reward crate to open.
Okay.
Reward crates gives you a randomized weapon or item for each completed showdown, and the chances for getting a better item or weapon increases the further you get in your current campaign.
This is interesting.
In addition to that, we also have new unlocks to our safe house, and we also unlock prestige objectives. With prestige objectives, you can add a tougher layer on your missions to get more mercers, if you got the skills. Now it's time to progress in our current campaign to get more mastery, mercers, items, and weapons. The contracts and showdowns in front of us will be harder, so approach with caution. Remember, if you fail or get wounded on a mission, you lose all your equipped weapons and freelancer items and half of your hard-earned mercers. But the campaign won't fail. Territories will, however, be alerted. But if you fail during a showdown, the leader escapes, and you'll not only lose your equipped weapons, items, and half of your mercers, but you'll also lose all the progress made in that current run. It's expensive to fail a mission. A freelancer is all about high risk, high reward.
Gate 47.
There are many new ways to explore the world of assassination with this game mode. New ways to play, new targets to execute, new items to unlock, and more. It's time for you to become the ultimate freelancer.
Right. That might be worth checking out. But perhaps not tonight. That is very interesting. But yes, we finished the mission. We finished the story, and of course that means it is time to end the stream. It was honestly not as intense as I expected, but it was a very linear level, so um, yes, yes. Anyway, uh, yeah, I'm hoping to maybe figure out a schedule for the rest of the week sometime tomorrow. Um, we will see, of course, um, how I get along with that. But anyways, thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.